Well, there. Good evening, my wonderful friends and colleagues and associates. This is John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur here. Tonight is Thursday, January 27th, 2022. And for those of you that are new, every week from Friday, usually, actually Saturday to Friday, I have a brand new series where I talk about some interesting topic. And then each day I get a little more granular and some specifics in that general topic. Now, this week we're talking about how and why to have the attitude of gratitude. So, welcome. If you are an existing subscriber, well, welcome back. It's always great to have my loyal subscribers coming back, and many of my new subscribers are becoming longtime loyal subscribers. So, really looking forward to that. And listen, if you would show me some love either on Facebook, John C. Mueller, Serial Entrepreneur Facebook, LinkedIn, John C. Mueller, Serial Entrepreneur YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Periscope. And then go ahead, if you would, and comment below. How's your week going? Are you actually giving gratitude to your life and to things that are going well? And then, of course, tag your friends, colleagues, and associates, and then share it out to everyone you know here on all the social media channels. All right. So we are talking, ladies and gentlemen, about gratitude. And I want to share this with you because I find that a lot of people don't quite understand what gratitude is. Now, we've been talking about gratitude all week long. All right. But the thing that's very interesting about gratitude is that it's very similar to money in that it compounds the effects you get from doing gratitude on a long term basis. I mean, I think that's just so cool. Now, if any of you have been doing the gratitude journal, like I mentioned to you, comment below about it because I think other people need to hear about your successes and how this has made an amazing difference in your life. A lot of people say, oh, I don't have time, I don't have time, I don't have time, I don't have time. But the truth of the matter is, you really do have time. Okay. You absolutely have time. And so when I say this to you, I say this to you from the core of my being that you need to take time in your life to be grateful and thankful for all the many things that you have. All right. Now, let's talk about the attitude of gratitude. All right. The attitude of gratitude. Now, you might have heard that said before by some other people. And so people say to me, John, why is it so important to be grateful? Well, again, I've shared this with you many times, but here's the gist is that when we are grateful, more things come into our life that we can be grateful for. Now, we talked about how to build the habit. We talked about things like that. What I'd like to share is another idea for you. Get a glass bowl, or it could be a plastic bowl. It doesn't really matter what it is. And each day, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to write down, in addition to your other gratitude things you're doing, 5 or 6 things that you're grateful for in your life. Pop that in the gratitude jar or bowl or bag or what have you. And at the end of the, let's say you could do it at the end of the week or you could do it at the end of the month, it doesn't matter. Take a moment to celebrate those moments of gratitude that you can enjoy in the comfort and privacy of your home or your office. And when you do that, it's going to be like this amazing, strong buildup. Yeah, that's right. I said an amazing, strong buildup because by doing that, you harness it and you put it all in one place. Now, if I said to you, you need to be grateful, you're like, oh, I get it. I'll be grateful. I'll be grateful. When gratitude compounds, it makes you very wealthy in the resources of your brain. And that can lead to financial wealth, that can lead to relationship wealth, that can lead to esteem wealth, all healthy things, right? Gratitude. Let's just talk about gratitude for a moment. When I say that word gratitude, how do you feel? Do you feel good? Do you feel, I don't know, like nothing? Or does it really affect you? And if it really affects you, then what I'd like you to do is understand that your gratitude can be even stronger when you make the decision to be grateful for it. That's right. When you make the decision to be grateful for the wonderful gratitude that you have in your life. Take a recollection of your day. And if we start with the morning, we've talked about this before, and I'm trying to bang this in for a reason. Um, you got up in the morning, right? And you had the victory of making your bed. You then, as another friend once told me, you got up. That was your first victory. And there's more that are going to come through the day. And when you start to harp on these little things that are good, we always say don't sweat the small stuff and don't think about the little things. But I want you to think about the little good things, because the little good things are going to grow and get bigger and compound and turn into something so monumentous that you're going to be so grateful that you took the time to thank yourself for doing these tiny little things in your life. I think that's amazing. Gratitude. Gratitude. Celebrate those small things. As we talked about that jar, and you load it up with things. Now, you might have something that happened during the day, and you could pop it in as it happens, pop it in the jar, take a few moments to be grateful, put it in the jar. But then you know what happens when you take them all out of the jar and you're reading them again? I just got 5 new clients. I just got a new relationship. I just won something. I just got selected. I just got this. I now feel this. I feel this. And your body is going to start to release that dopamine like crazy. It's never too late to start being grateful. When you're grateful, your life will change in such a positive, dramatic manner. Now, what I want to share with you is it doesn't happen overnight. It could take a little time for the gratitude engine, I'm going to call it, to rev up, right? You're going to start seeing these things as opportunities. Okay? Gratitude. 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 When I say that, I bet that kind of just opens up a pathway in your body, in your brain. Grateful. If you're ever over a friend's house or a relative, and let's say they pass you the mashed potatoes, or they pass you the stuffing, or maybe it's not Thanksgiving and they just pass you the pasta, what do you say? Or the bread basket? Thank you. And when you do that, it's like you've opened up the potential for possibility. Yeah. So people say to me, John, how can you be grateful when things around you are challenging? I told you to create a habit, right? Appreciate every little thing that's done around you by others, and appreciate things you do. Become positive. And when you do this, you're going to find out that when something just gives you a bump in the road, it's just that. It's going to give you a bump in the road, but you're going to be able to continue on your journey. You might have heard people say any day above ground is a good day, right? And some people, if they're religious like myself, I'm not going to get into religion now. They thank their creator for being here another day. Yeah, they thank the creator for being here another day. That's pretty amazing. Now, if you're sitting back in the chair and saying, John, I don't know where to start. I've been watching your cast, but I have no idea what to do or what I should say. Start really simply. Can you name one or two things that you're grateful for today? So, again, we're starting with your morning. And what I'd like you to do starting tomorrow is get that gratitude jar, put it in the kitchen. I want it to be somewhere in a prompt place. It could be in your bedroom so that before you go out, think of those couple things you're grateful for, write them down, pop them in the jar, right? Maybe you lost a few pounds today. Be grateful for that. You know what you're doing, ladies and gentlemen? You're setting the stage for more greatness because gratitude, guess what it does? It attracts more gratitude. Yeah, gratitude attracts more gratitude. Hmm. People sometimes say that gratitude is a great thing in life, but it becomes paramount of all other things. Because if one can't have gratitude, one can't have anything. One can't even have themselves and enjoy and their being and the life for which they are. We already said that gratitude will increase self confidence. You'll feel more abundant. People will multiply in value when you're grateful. They're going to want to be around you. You're going to feel healthier and happier. Life just sort of rolls like you go with the flow, but it's easier. Physical and mental health challenges, if you had any, they improve. You stop comparing yourself to other people because, let's face it, there's no need to do that. You're grateful. You become more active as a person instead of reactive. Now, that's a real cool one. That means you're not someone that is ready to pull the panic button, but you're kind of being proactive. If you're at your job tomorrow, maybe it's your secretary or coworker, make an effort to show them gratitude at least 3 times during that day. And then do it again the next day. Do it for 7 days. And I bet you something's going to change with that person. They're going to be like, is he okay? Is he feeling all right? He's not dying, is he? People are going to be like, what happened to you? And then they're just going to be so grateful that you are this way. It starts with your thinking, right? That's where gratitude comes from. It starts from your thinking. And then when you have gratitude, you are humble. You're humble. When we think of gratitude, it has been shown many times that it is an extremely powerful yet gentle force that can help us get what we want and attract it. It's not just because you'll feel more content and confident, but it also builds the resilience muscles in your brain to deflect any negative events, comments, situations. Remember, I said before that positive and negative things can happen to your entire life, but how you choose to respond to them will define the character of the person of who you are. And that's how people, it's not nice to say we don't want to judge, but that's how other people are going to look at you. That's how other people are going to decide, hey, I want to hang around John. I want to be with him. I like this. The good news, ladies and gentlemen, is that if you practice gratitude every day, Your life's going to change. Now, I'm not going to tell you that practicing gratitude is easy because sometimes it's not. Maybe you've got a brother that's a pain in the butt, or you've got a coworker or a boss, and they're just like, oh, you just want to pull your hair out. What can you be grateful for with your employer? Be grateful you have a job. Be grateful that you're learning. Be grateful that, what else? You can be grateful that not only you're learning, but you can be grateful that you're starting to build a team, that you're starting to not demand respect, but actually naturally attract it. You see, when people demand respect, ugh, doesn't go so well. When people act in a state like gratitude, people just want to respect the other. Gratitude. Very similar to a diet. Gratitude is not something you do one day. It's a diet of your life, your spiritual life, your mental life. Practice gratitude every single day. Your life's going to change. Your life is going to change. When you display gratitude, you're showing to yourself how valuable you and your life are to you. And when you do this, other people just sort of fall to you because of your humbleness, not because you're doing it to attract them. You're doing them because you want to be grateful. When you're grateful and you show gratitude, it's like opening a door or many doors to a private dinner, to live auctions, to raffles, because you now feel you're worthy of everything. Everything that you receive in your life now comes and you willingly accept it. The reason some people don't ever make it and amount to lots of money is because they can't allow things. And that happens because they're not grateful for what they already have. So we talked about this before, that gratitude will change your brain. Yeah, it will. It will change your brain. Gratitude takes time. And let's look at some things that might possibly deflect or cause gratitude to short circuit. Well, that would be somebody who's egotistical, somebody that's judging others, someone that's acting for their own purpose, but not considering the other. What else can short circuit gratitude? When you're doing something for a reason, but it doesn't align with your true purpose in life. That blows me away. Because I know that every day you and I practice gratitude, our life is going to get so much better, even though it's great now. When you show and practice gratitude in environment, you build a culture. You build a culture. If you've never written a gratitude letter, I encourage you to do it. Tonight or tomorrow, write something out that you're really thankful for. You don't even have to deliver it to the person if it's somebody that did something for you. You don't have to deliver it. You just have to write it, and you have to think about it. That's amazing, ladies and gentlemen. That's amazing. When you connect with the universe and understand gratitude, you'll understand something really key to success. And that is that what we want to draw upon is infinitely abundant. Our world is like a well, and you could go to the well and you could take out your fortune, whether it's money, whether it's relationships, whether it's um, some recognition, and you can keep going back to that well. You know what's going to happen? That well is never going to be empty. It's always going to be plentiful as long as you visit with a humble and heart full of gratitude. When someone shows gratitude, they give praise and honor. The power of gratitude is so priceless. But don't get misled. Gratitude will only work if you are sending it out with a pure, conscious, and loving heart and use those kinds of thoughts. The more your body is conscious that you are grateful, the more that things are going to just connect. So, gratitude is developed by how we think, speak, act, create in this world. And it's also about how we receive. Do we receive things with humble and contrite hearts, or are we just receiving something because we're greedy? That's important. Very, very important. You should always be grateful for the things you have and thankful for everything, big and small, that fill your life and make it special. Gratitude means a lot to people and many things to different people. But there's one thing that rings true is that gratitude expressed, whether verbally, intentionally, through an action, a gesture, or energy, will always lead the most positive, and I'm going to say speechless result. When people see that you have gratitude, it's like they're like, wait a minute, is the person for real? And one of the things you can't do is say, okay, I'm the real deal. You can't do that because if you do that, people are like, okay, they're just a phony. So you can't really say that I'm the real person that's grateful. No. When you say you're grateful, a lot of times you do it by your actions in front of people, not so much your word. But you can say you're grateful. Nothing wrong with that. But you don't want to say, hey, I'm the real deal and I'm grateful for everything and you should follow me. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. The way it does work is gratitude has a way of connecting us to all parts of the universe for which abundance will be at our doorstep. So we can Write a gratitude letter. We can use a gratitude jar. We can even have a gratitude vision board where we can put pictures up of things that we're grateful for in our life. That's a great thing to do with family and friends on the weekend. You can make a wall in your house called a gratitude quote wall. Pretty cool, right? What if you could designate a chair as the gratitude chair? And when your family and friends get together for the holidays or special events, it's that perfect, precise time to express gratitude toward each other with this gratitude chair. So, to play, it's really simple. The person whose turn it is to be appreciated must sit down in the chair while everyone else takes turns at complimenting them for things they did during the year. I don't know about you, but many people in this world do not take time to say thank you, withholding as much. People definitely don't all take the time to show they're grateful. And sometimes this develops feelings that get people to become frustrated. You can meditate about gratitude. I told you about creating a habit, right? Before you go to sleep and get up. I've talked about that. How about going outside and just taking a walk in nature and admiring everything there and just feeling gratitude in your heart? Now, that's a tough one, John. How do you feel gratitude in your heart? I don't just want you to say words, I want you to feel gratitude. I got an interesting one. Did you know that we take about 8 million breaths a year? Are you grateful that our body does that to keep us alive? When you're grateful, your heart just opens up with appreciation. When you're grateful and have gratitude, there's no agenda. For you're not trying to manipulate someone, you're just trying to improve the quality of their life, make your life better, and make their lives better. So, what I'm trying to say is if you think about gratitude, let's say that you're grateful for, I don't know, you're grateful for being alive. You can close your eyes and say, I'm grateful for being alive. And I can now sense how grateful my heart feels. Sense the feeling of being gratitude in your heart. I am grateful that I'm so healthy. Feel that in your heart. Just feel it. Just focus it on your heart and feel it in there. I'm grateful for all the money I have in my life. Feel it in your heart. I'm grateful for the friends I have in my life. Feel it in your heart. Can you feel it? It feels so good. That's how I want you to start understanding and using gratitude. Tomorrow is going to be the grand finale, which you know what that is. It's Friday. And I'll be wrapping up, but giving you some real key points that I believe you need to or should want to know to help make your life feel more full of gratitude. Now, I ask you one question. If you did this for 7 days and your life was not better from truly feeling gratitude, let me know. I've never had one person that I suggested to be grateful ever come back and tell me, John, it never worked. And if you're trying to be grateful, but yet you're trying to multitask, when you're grateful, nothing else is going on in your body but you being grateful. Grateful. Getting up in the morning and having that nice cool glass of orange juice, or having that warm cup of coffee, or that warm cup of tea, scrambled eggs, bacon, or cereal and milk, a warm crescent roll, or warm cinnabon. And knowing when you bite into that or you have those eggs, just how that feels that you have that breakfast, that you're fed and you feel so good. When we can feel it first, okay? So we have to visualize it in our mind. We have to feel it in our heart. You know what happens next? We manifest. The reason most people don't manifest, they visualize up here, if they do that. But those that visualize up here don't connect this to the heart. And when that happens, people get fresh. Oh, it didn't work. So your brain and body is not going to take demands like, oh, I want this. No, you have to say what you want, but you need to be polite about it. Be polite about it. Express gratitude. I had several things that happened to me this week. And I have to tell you, I usually do it in prayer. Everything that I asked for this week, I was grateful before it even happened. And now that it happened, I'm grateful that it was blessed upon me. Look at your life and just ask yourself, is there just one thing in my life I can be grateful for? How about being alive? And if you can't think of anything when you get up in the morning, you got up. You should be so grateful for that. Some people don't get up. They don't get that chance. You do. Being grateful that you're able to get up, make your bed, take a shower, get into a car, that you're able to talk, communicate, walk, use your hands, arms, legs. Some people can't. Doesn't mean that you're a better person than they are, or you're a worse person than they are, but be grateful of it. And some of these people I know because I've worked with them have it harder than we do sometimes. And they express so much gratitude. And that's why people want to help them. It's not because they're handicapped. It's because of the gratitude that you can feel when you're around somebody that has a disability. You can feel it and you want to help them, but you don't know, how do you help them? Am I being disrespectful? Am I acting in an appropriate fashion? So tonight's homework, feel gratitude. Visualize and then feel it. And your manifestation will become a reality. Ladies and gentlemen, I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It has been a privilege, a pleasure, and an honor to be with you this evening. And of course, an immense amount of gratitude for me. If you got value out of tonight's stream, go to youtube.com, type my name, John space E space Morley space serial entrepreneur. We'll be very grateful for that. And look for the key phrase, help keep our content free. Below that, click on the PayPal link and make the choice to buy my team and I a cup of coffee. And we'll continue to give you the most jaw-dropping motivational content available today and as the days evolve to help you become a better version of yourself and to give you the tools to help other people become better versions of themselves. What I've learned in life is that many people want to only think about themselves. I'm not saying to never think about yourselves, but remember to think about other people sometimes. Remember to show some compassion. Or most importantly, remember to say thank you and be grateful for anything somebody does for you. If it's holding the door open, don't just be like, thank you. No. They hold the door for you. Thank you very much. Smile. And then maybe the next door you hold. And that's just going to lift you up and lift them up. And it's going to create this positive energy force. And people around you are going to be like, I got to get closer to this guy or this lady. I got to get closer. Their energy is so infectiously positive. I want to be like that. All right. Have yourself a great rest of your night. I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, and we will have the grand finale of how and why you should show gratitude. Saturday, we'll be starting another series. I won't be revealing that yet until Saturday, but it's going to be a really interesting one. And it's going to be about something that we don't think about every day, but something that is kind of decided for us if we don't make the conscious effort. Have yourself a wonderful morning. Tell your friends and colleagues, and please remember to also join the LinkedIn group. Be so grateful for that. We're trying to build the stream so we can now stream directly to the group, and we're hoping to be able to do that in a couple weeks. Have yourself a wonderful night, and remember to be grateful for every single thing in your life. Have a good night, everyone.